Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Utah Utes, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes offense will get the ball first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get the...
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah Utes offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Look out, he's got room. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll leave it with him. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Thurman. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
To the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Wants to throw it. The sure hand, it's Smith. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got him. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Put it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Quickly to the tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
How about the aggressive play call? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him, you could tell, completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
It's complete to the left. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bentley. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 4.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the 30 at the 29. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Sayin. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time, the quarterback got hit right before.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the QB saw it right away. He knew it. As soon as he got that football, he got it in his hands. He loved this matchup, finding the big fella, getting the touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the youth, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Dampier. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Utes send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Picked off. What a play to set them up. Touchdown, Utes. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six. He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Makes the catch at the 35. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Snags it over the middle. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw. And the spot in the defense.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bentley. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. down going up top. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down, a short return, and the defense comes out on top with the pick.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Finds his man. It's Graham. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the... just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half. This
fires deep toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll do it himself. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Utes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun, the inside give. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Graham. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. Cradles it at the 35. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buys a little time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Tate. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
Throws for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Graham. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. From the gun. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So first down will open up the final period. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think at this point of the game now, in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in, looking for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted, receiver ran on the route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. To the air, it's Sayin. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tate. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for this offense. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Utah! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And what a nice job by the punt returner. First thing he does, secures the catch, and you can tell they set up the return. He reads his blocks really well, turns on the afterburners all the way to the end zone. Special teams coming up with the huge play.
And he added the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 12 to USF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot at that.
The play action fake. Using his feet to buy time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but he's trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Quarterback now breaking the field. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Going to swing it on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.